There are 5 relationships that if you have will move your future forward. So many of us spiral and get stuck in the same place in life. There's a real correlation to the people you surround yourself with and the direction that you head in life. In this series, we will share with you 5 relationships that will change your life.
One of the 5 relationships that you need to have in your life is a soul sharpener. There's a proverb that says, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And the thing about iron is it's a really hard metal. So the only way to sharpen a really hard metal is to sharpen with an equally or even harder metal. So as you guys think about a soul sharpener, what comes to mind?
Yeah, this person is the person in your life that when you get around them, you desire the things of God. Like you just want to know God deeper. You want to connect with God. And you can just have this deep connection on spiritual things.
I think this is even someone who's just not just a Christian, right? Like even if you come to Brook events, there's a lot of people who follow God, but we all follow God differently, right? We connect with God in different ways sometimes, but this is someone when you're around them, you feel like you guys connect with God in a similar way that you just want to be together and connect with God together in relationship.
Yeah, I think of my good friend Billy, and Billy is absolutely a soul sharpener. And one of the ways that I know that is I deeply respect him. I see not only the way that we interact together and the way that we make each other better, but I see his life from a distance and the example that he sets. And every time I leave a conversation with Billy, I find myself closer to God. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you guys this. Why do we need soul sharpeners in our lives?
It's so easy to drift from our spiritual path that we want to walk down. The rest of the world and the culture that we're in is sending us on a path that is not stirring our souls to be faithful to the things God asks us to be. So we need people in our lives that will stir us, that will push us, that will sharpen us to that point where we can go, man, I want to know God deeper.
Yeah, it also makes me wonder if we only have soul sharpeners in our life. If that's the only type of relationship that we have, is there maybe a blind spot?
I think a lot of us are like, well, it'd be great to be around a community or just people that sharpen our souls. But if you don't have coaches, mentors, tail kickers, vision casters, you can just become very insular. And people, I think, in spiritual communities a lot of times don't know how to communicate with anyone from the outside world. They don't get any thoughts or process anything. And we're called as followers of Jesus, we're actually not to be just this little pocket of our own community. We're actually supposed to reach all community and all people. And so when we surround ourselves with a variety of people, it makes us a holistic person.
Yeah, it makes me wonder too, is that if we have soul sharpeners around us, and maybe we've even identified those people in our lives, how do we learn from them?
I think you ask lots of good questions of how they connect with God. Ask them, how do you pray? Like when you pray, what does that look like? And then maybe ask your friend, hey, do you want to go on a prayer walk together and let's talk to God together? One of the ways I've learned to pray is through praying with other people because they talk to God differently than I do. Or ask them, hey, how do you read the Bible? Or what are you learning? As you're reading the Bible, what are you learning? And I'm always surprised, wow, that how God speaks to somebody else different than me. And so it pushes me to want to learn more and connect in new ways. And so I think just asking questions, connecting with God together, you will learn so much.
So as we identify those soul sharpeners, we can keep our ears and our eyes tuned to who those people might be. We can seek out counsel. We can ask good questions. And together we can be sharper people.
Thanks so much for watching The Brook Online. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to download the Brook app so you can stay up to date with all the new media as well as all the new events we've got coming up every single week.